What's up, guys? My family's sleeping, so I'm trying to be a little quiet, but we're about done with the warship season. It ends in 18 hours, as you can see. I made it to Legend 10, which I'm really pumped about. And I got to do the celebratory, shameless self-plug layout. At the moment, I should still be #1 in the US, we'll see. These take forever to load. Yeah, still #1. Shout out to OpDestroy, BBD, all the other guys here. There are a couple people that can pass me. These two, a little bit down. There are a couple others that have a higher percent than me but aren't quite there yet. We'll see if they end up passing me or not before the season's over. But I wanted to show you a couple of replays that got me to Legend 10. Because they have a very, very silly strategy that has become super dominant. This is heavy Grenadier brick with cluster grenade. It's absolutely ridiculous, and yeah, there's not much else to say about it. Concept is you use heavies to protect your Grenadiers, use Grenadiers to clear mines, and generate a big percentage of buildings destroyed for your tiebreaker. Then once all your troops are dead and you farmed up a lot of GBE, you smoke brick in, hit some of the engine rooms, and yeah, you cluster grenade as many times as you can. Use the extra GBE you've built up to artillery stuff, and try to get as much of a percentage as you can. So, staggered deployment on the heavies because you don't want them all grouped up right together or they'll die more quickly. I dropped 2 boats, then I dropped my Grens, and then a little bit later dropped the rest of the boats. So you can see they made it a decent amount of the way through. I'm starting to get picked off here. Speed it up for you, drop brick now. Sky shields are still everywhere, but there are these little tiny cracks in the corners of the sky shields that you can flare stuff with. It's pretty great. Right, so smoke in here, flare that corner, and I'll slow it down to half-time speed for you. As long as there are no shock blasters, you can completely ignore all the defenses. Everything has enough of a delay that you can get off enough cluster grenades to take down an engine room. So grapplers, shock launchers, doom cannons, anything near you. Even if you're parked right on top of a flamethrower machine gun, Brick has enough health to survive that. You can see her health looks decently low already, actually. There you go. Take out an engine room. There's a tiny little crack here. I didn't actually get it down because her health was so low, I think. Must have stepped on a mine or something. Throw some artillery so it'll speed up now. Kind of panicked. Got that one with that. Throw the rest of the artilleries. There we go. I didn't quite take it down because I missed some, but one more, that would have had it. And that gave me enough percent to take down the victory, I think. Yeah, Max didn't actually finish the shield. So this one I got 2 on. Really the key thing you're looking for is if you can get lined up engine rooms, your cluster grenade can overthrow into the next group of them. So right here, I had a crack here and a crack behind to artillery after. So drop my heavies, drop my Grens. Shish Kebabber, I think was the one that first published videos about cluster grenade. Did a lot of work in that. Max is really early. He and OP-Destroy and everything have been using cryos with this troop comp, sacrificing 1 boat of heavies for the Cryoneers. Actually didn't even try it, so try it out if you want. My cryos are still level 1, so I didn't really bother. This had shock blasters, which will stop brick, so you have to shock them, but they were in 1 shock, which is pretty cool for me. Really what you want is to be able to hit the engine rooms without having to clear the shield generators, or the sky shield, sorry. I'm so not used to having them around. Should we just watch that? It's really not much to this strategy, all things considered. It's really silly. C2, then delayed the other ones. As the first heavies are dying, the second ones are getting there, giving you kind of double time ability with those. So this shock blaster is actually out of range, and I barrage the last one. Use barrages as much as you can over artilleries early on, because you want the artilleries to hit the engine rooms at the end of the attack. Barrages really don't do anything when you're going for this tiny little crack in between the shields. So got one engine room down there, and artillery the one behind it. Life is good. I made it to 9 when Heavy Zuka Centra was still in the meta, and then I dropped to the bottom part of 8 or the top part of 7, I forget exactly, when this troop started becoming really prominent. Finally I gave up, and I'm like, whatever, we'll just do it, figure it out. And immediately shot back up and made it to 10 on the back of this. As far as this attack, this attack has some strategy behind it, deploying your troops, finding the little cracks, deciding where you want to attack and all that stuff. So I'm not faulting this specific troop comp, but I think that this is not something that I want in the game in a vacuum where heroes are just doing solos like this. I think that it's silly, and I think that it's cool that there's an attack strategy in the game that is so dramatically different from everything else that's actually competitive. I missed my flare there, got a second one. But I think that heroes should play a supporting role in attacks rather than all 8 of your bows just being GB fodder and percentage tiebreaker fodder. So you can do a hero-only rush and have that be the dominant strategy in this game. As you can see, all the extra GB you have, clear as many buildings as you can, because with Grenadiers you're going to have a lot that are alive, but not by a ton. So save as much as you can. If you can't get 2 engine rooms, or like if you have to clear a shield or something like that, I would just not even bother trying to go for a second shield. Use all that GBE to try to take out as many buildings as you can, get that percentage up. Here I got the heavies parked underneath, nothing's really in range. Able to go free, then I kind of flared back. My heavies were grouped up way more than I wanted at this point, but also pretty cool. Run up, my heavies were way ahead of where I wanted them to be. Lost a couple Grens there. Grens do a great job of clearing mines. You have to scout really, really hard to try to find the little pockets and corners where mines still might be hidden, because mines hitting brick, a shock mine that's late that you don't see, or a couple boom mines, that'll ruin your day pretty quickly. I think I got a second one here, I'm not sure. Yeah. Alright, my last attack, I actually wasn't very confident in this, and it kind of worked out. This setup for engine rooms, I really haven't figured out a good way to break it yet, because this one right here, that's like in the middle of the screen, you can't really flare that very well, and if you hit the one behind it, then you don't have any splash stuff, so I haven't figured out a way to get 2 engine rooms out of that yet very confidently, but the rest of the attack's fine. On top of that, this guy had a shock blaster, which makes life difficult, so if you can't find a good way to hit engine rooms, then just barrage the sky shields. A key point is you want to use 3 barrage and 2 artillery instead of the normal quote-unquote 2 barrage and 4 artillery, because you want all those artilleries to be as cheap as possible, because that's what you'll be using for the engine rooms, you know. So climb on in, shock on that shock blaster, and really I wasn't confident in my percentage here, and I know I wasn't going to get the second engine room. I was kind of close, but didn't really have anything left after that. Looks like I had 1 artillery, but the percentage got me there. And that gigantic win streak I racked up. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 2 of them were 2 stars each. That got me to 10. So I hope you guys enjoyed this season in spite of all the bugs and all the craziness and people going up to max level on day 1 and all that stuff. I'm really excited for the future of this, considering that Rick kind of hinted that they're going to plan on changing up what's in the tech tree and how the bases are designed and everything like that. So I'm planning for there to be big shifts in the metas between seasons, so I'm really looking forward to the future ones. see what it has to offer. Hope you guys enjoyed this silly troop comp, and I hope you had a good season in Warships. Let me know how you ended up doing, and if you want to change anything about how you approached it in the future. Till next time, my name is Ryan. This is the PSC Life. Happy booming.